Welcome to Unknown Worlds Videocast number 3. Today is Tuesday, June 24th, and this is Charlie, along with Matt.
Hey.
And Corey.
Hey, everybody.
Also known as Core Dog, affectionately around the office. So today we are going to discuss the new refinery concept art that Corey just created. And as you can see, this is the first glance of an outside environment around landscape world of natural selection. And let's see, this is one of our landmark areas. So for the maps in natural selection 2, instead of having kind of a collection of hallways like natural selection 1, it's more focused around the idea of rooms or landmarks. So each kind of area, each landmark area will try to be super unique with custom artwork and maybe a kind of custom lighting look. That's how people remember it, and that's how people will learn maps quickly. That's the idea, which means we get more users, which means we stay in business, etc. So, Corey, why don't you talk about how you came up with the look for this?
Sure. One quick thing to note is that this isn't a playable outside. You can't actually fly around outside or run around there. It's you can see it from the windows, and that's about it. Just so people don't get all freaked out about big open worlds in NS.
Yeah, and what lurks will do when they try to fly off the map or something.
So as you can see from the concept art, this pretty starkly contrasts the previously released concept that we put out for the Biodome map, which had a very cleaner, brighter, organic vegetation kind of look to it. This is going back to the kind of core traditional NS look, very industrial, gritty, dirty. It's a very used factory look. The color scheme is going to be more like reds, contrasting the Biodome, which is more browns and greens. And yeah.
Gone are the sunlit hives on this map.
Yeah, so it was funny hearing the feedback on the forums, everyone freaking out and having huge discussions over the
so bright.
bright NS, and trying to tell people that it's not the case. So as you can see from this, it's there will be plenty of maps and plenty of areas on the maps that will still retain their darker look to them. So yeah.
So what kind of photo reference did you use to create those platforms or to design those?
I kind of have a folder built up, just a bunch of references I've come across of various refineries, factories, oil rigs, kind of looking at a bunch of those and combining aspects of them. So
they look like oil rigs to me. That's the one or like those drilling platforms you see out in the middle of the ocean. That's the first thing it reminds me of.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely similarities to the oil rigs. I mean, that was part of the references, but a lot of there's also a lot of other factories and other refinery drilling stations that aren't oil platforms that have this similar look to them. A lot in Eastern Europe and
very cool.
Eastern European.
There's a lot of artwork here for this one scene, and if this is just one room on one map, then we'll never ship this game. So I'm kind of thinking that, I do love this area, but of course I have to figure out how to make sure that we can ship the game. So I'm kind of thinking, well, I think Corey's idea was to make those platforms asymmetrical as far as all those big pipes that run up there. So make those kind of look different from different angles, and then we can just make one or two assets or a couple of them and just rotate them around so they look different when you're looking at them from different angles, just to try to get more reuse.
So this would tie into the general refinery look, which if you remember the previous concept a while back, which sort of that lava molten metal room with the rail car going over it, that's kind of going to be part of this overall refinery look. So a lot of the refinery map will have that molten metal lava flowing under the floor panels or just cascading down into rooms. So you don't actually see it in this concept, but it kind of ties in. You can still see the flame shooting out of the top of the smokestacks, but it's a very heavily polluted world, and just want to make it feel alive, even outside with flames and blinking lights, and just bring all that character to it.
We really need to get some kind of like fog or something in there too to make the air look thick outside.
Right. Yeah.
That really bring it to life. Matt, did you want to talk about some of how you kind of design props for this?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a plane in 3 Studio Max and just copy this concept art to it.
Copy from internet?
Yeah, and then just smack that baby on the level and call it a day.
Could you actually be...
And that'd be
a
the
little more
easiest.
specific?
I mean, this game will get done in literally 2 days if I can
or
do
you
that.
Just copy models out of like Craigslist.
That's true.
Or something.
I could do that.
Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament,
Yeah.
or what's the other game? One of those other ones. Anyway,
Bioshock, maybe.
Bioshock
might work.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So how are you gonna create stuff?
This is very model intensive. I think in Source we used to use a lot of brushes, and in this we probably won't be using that many. I'm going to have to make a lot of these models. So, but the way we're doing this is we're going to be reusing a lot of the models that we create to keep down on the many we need to make.
Yep.
If that makes any sense.
So we can ship the game?
Yeah. So like this hallway portal thing dead in the center with the light on it, it's built in a way that it's not as unique as it probably should be, so that we can repeat it in the hallway without people really noticing it. And that light in the center is actually going to be a separate piece so that we can take them off, or if you want this portal post in, like, let's say a dark hallway, you don't need to have the light on it. So you can use these props over and over again and they will look different. We'll probably even use different skins, like for these pipes down here at the bottom. We can, every pipe's basically the same. It's a cylinder with like probably like a couple sides, 3 or 4 sides. That's how I build my cylinders.
Right.
They're more like
3 or
squares.
4.
But no, we'll use the, we can have multiple skins on models so that we can reuse the same mesh without having to, recreate everything, which is a pain in the butt. I mean, a lot of the models, the little, not generic, but the spice, as we like to call them, the spice models. Oh, jeez.
Screensaver.
We're going to build things that will make it look like it has been built over plated walls that look like they've just been bolted together and stuff
they don't
like
care
that.
About visuals or aesthetics.
Yeah. So it'd be neat.
That's very cool.
And if I don't, if I can't make this, I'm going to hire a bunch of other people to do it for me. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll pay them in crackers and Skittles.
Which we ironically provide. All right, well, I think that's all we had to discuss about this, and we have a lot of work to do. So we're going to get back to it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.